fire, water, earth, air, light, dark. These are the 6 elements that embodied the world's first inhabitants, universally known as the First Six. They came to the land of Midrule to create a world for themselves, shaped in a perfect image. 5 of the 6 had a shared vision of their grand utopia, an advanced, benevolent people of the land whose power stemmed from life itself. These peoples would serve the land and the world itself. Working with all life on the land, their wills would be their own as were their mistakes. One of the 6 did not share this vision. Understanding the great powers of him and his ascended siblings, believed the life-giving powers of Midrule could fuel a more ambitious conquest. Unsatisfied with creating free beings on one world, they could rule all worlds, enforce true peace on every world they touch with their greater view of creation and cooperation. The one, Gornan, was banished from Midrule via a magic seal created by his 5 siblings. Each piece of the seal created embodied the elements where they were personified: fire, water, earth, air, and light. For thousands of years, the land of Midrule grew and prospered as the civilization came to master the art of harvesting the energy of life itself. They referred to this power simply as magic. For thousands of years, the land of Midrule never knew the horrors of Gornan, until it didn't. History is unclear how the world fell 1,000 years ago, but what is known is that the world lies broken. Remnants of the old cities lay across the land as minions of Gornan roam free. Pockets of cities, towns, villages, and civilization are scattered across the land of Midrule. At its center, the castle of Zingdong, the largest intact remnant of the old civilization. Welcome everybody who's listening. This is session 0 of a Nerdvana themed RPG cast called Nerdvana Goes to the Legend of Zingdong. Probably simplified just to the Legend of Zingdong. With me I've got Team Nerdvana here. We'll have Mike come in a little bit later, but we're going to be going through a game of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, but with a unique little spin twist, as the world that we're going to be playing in is actually one of the many universes referenced in Nerdvana the series. So, if you have not listened to Nerdvana the series yet, or watched Nerdvana the series yet, you can find them if you are a telesubscriber. You can go to Telus Optic, watch the entire season from episodes 1 through 9, all on Telus Optic. And if you wish to view each episode in its great 4K glory, every single Monday a new episode is aired on the Telus Optic YouTube channel. So you can go and watch those on Mondays, and you'll see references to the Legend of Zingdong and references of books and games throughout the entire season. Like I said, with me I've got the team of Nerdvana here. I am your host and game master for this D&D 5th edition game, Zach Barrett. And very briefly, before I go through more about the world and the game system itself, we're going to go around the table, introduce who we have in the studio today, and the characters, classes, and individuals that we're going to be playing on your characters for the show. Starting with Tito, sir, if you'd be so kind as to give us a little intro on your character.
My name is Titus, and my trade is that of service. But is it for the service of others or for myself?
All right. Any unique? What class is Titus for those that are listening?
I am a bard.
Yes. Nice. This has to be a thing.
I didn't know we were doing a musical episode already.
Man, every episode's a musical episode when Tito's around.
Heyo!
Any physical characteristics that's worth noting for the audience to need to know about, or is your personality all they need to know?
Well, I mean, not that it makes any difference because I don't see the world through that lens, but I am a human.
Oh my god.
That's gonna be good.
This fits well.
Okay, moving on down the line. Next to Tito, I've got Matt. Tell us about your character.
Yes, I am Matt Salem, and today I will be playing the role of No One. My name is No One. I am a human rogue. And
Who are you again?
No One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Yeah.
No One.
It is No One. I am a human rogue. My specialty is sleight of hand. But I don't really want to go into too much of who I am because you'll find that out soon enough.
So secretive.
This man of mystery.
Yeah.
Physical characteristics of my character, as I am androgynous, bald, but I can take the face of many people.
The complete opposite of Matt currently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because everyone knows me.
All right.
Wait, sorry. What was your name again?
It is no one.
Across from Matt at the table, we've got Steve. Steve, if you'd be so kind to fill us in a little bit about your character.
As I fill in a little bit more about my character. There we go. Stefan is a rogue, Duskine rogue. It's the people, but they're basically human. But with different visible characteristics. Yellow eyes, skin is slate gray with some black accents, hair black, and armed with a very unique looking dagger. His origins are a bit of a mystery in the land of Midrule.
All right. Next on down from Steve is Ash. Please let us know a little bit about your character.
Hello, my name is Ashlyn, and I am a ranger. I'm a human ranger. We don't know what color my skin is because I'm constantly covered in soot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm willing to tell you. Yeah, about me today.
Fair enough. Super easy. All right. So that's the basics of the characters we have at the table right now. Mike playing either Mikhail or Michael, however he wishes to pronounce that when he gets here. He'll be jumping in. He'll be playing as the group's fighter character, getting up front and personal any monsters they end up fighting against.
Could you imagine if he was just the talkative one?
Interesting. Possible, actually. He's a noble individual to my understanding.
Get behind me.
Get your armor.
Would make perfect sense to me. So the world itself is going to be heavily inspired / spoofed off of a certain other LOZ acronymed franchise with
Zingdong?
Legend of and
Legend of Zingdong.
Zingdong?
Yeah, of course. So many of the names and themes will sound relatively familiar. Trust me, you've never heard of them before. It's all brand new. So that the world will kind of unveil itself as we go through, but you'll get a sense of the inspirations. It's a heavily fantasy-based world, very fitting of the D&D 5th edition system, with lots of rudimentary tech. And you know what? If we get to the point, I'll probably add a bunch of steampunk stuff too, because for those that know me, that makes sense. I guess we'll see. There's literally a clock in the name of one of the enemies, so if there is not clock gears, I will be very upset.
I think that's what they spit at you.
I mean, what?
That's what I've heard.
All right, so the game itself is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to give you a simple walkthrough of how the basic terminology works, so that those of you listening are kind of confused as to why do they use that term. We'll get an understanding of how it works. 5th edition is very, very straightforward. It is a D20 system where players are constantly rolling 20-sided dice to do everything from climbing a wall to doing the stabby stab. It is not as complicated as some of the other games we have on the show in terms of health. Health is just a straight statistical number. If you reach 0, there is a death saving throw system that is then implemented. When your HP is at 0, every turn after that you must roll what is called a death saving throw. Upon 11 to 20, it is considered a successful save. The character will tick a save check mark under the saves or failures for the death saving chart on their sheets. Upon 3 saves, you will come back to consciousness with 1 HP, unless you are stabilized before then from another player. Alternatively, if you roll between 1 and 10 on a death saving throw, you put a failure. Upon 3 failures, your character is dead. There is the possibility for resurrection magics, but they are rare, they are powerful, and they are hard to find. And sometimes dangerous to use as well. When you are down and out, you are at 0 HP. Any hit that is dealt to you is an automatic critical, and you are instantly given 1 failed death saving throw. Don't roll, you just fail. Upon being revived, either by your own hand or from one of your friends in combat, your death saving throw successes or your death saving throw failures do not reset. They reset once a combat is over and you've begun healing. So just something to keep in mind that once you are brought back from unconsciousness, you are not out of the woods yet. One of the biggest bits of game information for 5th edition is the concept of advantages and disadvantages. If a player is granted advantage, they roll a d20 twice, and they'll take the highest of the 2 rolls. And often that is huge. It's great.
That's awesome.
It's amazing when advantages happen. Similarly, disadvantages are absolute garbage. You roll the d20 twice, and you take the lesser of the 2 rolls, and that's what you go with.
That makes sense.
Nice.
Yeah. Other than that, besides small little things that'll pop up that we'll explain as we go, such as how cover works, just increasing the likelihood of enemies missing you and not dealing damage to you, and different conditions like prone, blinded, charmed, we'll explain to you, the audience, as they're explained to the players as well when those instances occur. So, with that, unless anyone has anything else they wish to share about their characters before we start...
I don't want to share anything more about.
You're all a bunch of brooding mystery folk. I get it.
I'm sorry, was it Stefan or Steph?
Stefan.
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 And Stefan is very honor-bound, kind of loyal kind of guy. He believes strongly in loyalty between friendship, and he's innately attracted to Ashlyn.
Oh, well, that's weird.
I wonder where that came from.
Yeah,
That's weird, because
serious.
Ashlyn has a really huge nose.
He's just really into
She
nose.
loves it. It's like a,
Yeah.
it's like round like a button, but huge.
Like a toucan?
Oh.
Yeah.
I was
Not like a
thinking-
toucan. It's not pointy. It's button.
Well, at least
No
we'll...
judgment from this side.
he's also kind of awkward,
Like a
but that's
button
about it.
mushroom got shoved on my face.
Well, we should probably all stay behind Ashlyn since we'll just follow her nose.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll just
And
use
with
it
that
as a shield.
ridiculous pun, thank you for listening to session 0. Find episode 1 and we'll get started with our playthrough of Legend of Zingdong.
Woot woot.